Yeah.
How about I let you guys start off on the project that you guys have been working on?
Ladies first.
So go ahead, Noel.
I knew she was gonna do that.
It's too early. He doesn't even know I said it.
You didn't have
Yeah,
the time for it.
I do know you said it, but it's fine. It's fine. Jokes on me. It's
Um,
appreciative to know that you don't consider yourself a lady. So what are you? A
I know
child? A chick? I mean, a whoa. See,
I
replies
know
are easy here.
I knew before I did it I was like, this is gonna jab at both of us, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so yeah, so basically most of hold on a second. What? So basically we have been I have been basically most of my time has been going towards sensible.
Yeah.
Um, so putting in almost all my time on that. Um, we had a pretty good about what was it like? Was it 2 or 3 weeks ago, Noel, when they had the launch?
It was about like 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we so we were kind of a steady pace, and then about 3 weeks ago they had an event where they launched part of the marketing site, so that was like a big push for that. Um, they're really happy with all of that, so that was great to see. And then now we're just kind of pushing on with the rest of the pages, at least on my end, styling them, responsiveness, and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much all my time has been going to that. Been helping Robert out with a few things, like just personal things that he's been trying to um, look into, but with some CSS and things like that. But nothing too big other than that.
All right. Well, yeah. Also, yeah, I know like payroll's been kind of slow, but we're getting a handle on that for sure. You guys don't have to worry about that. Pretty sure you guys weren't worried.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was gonna say like there's other
Yeah.
projects. So like there's Block and Flow. I see you guys have been kind of like trying to work on it lately, as of late. Um, so like I know like a few of the other projects you're working on, like Sneaker Shop, Sneaker Addict. That's all like Noel right there. Yeah, so definitely like I guess what's up with Block and Flow, Lizzie?
Well, I guess Noel can probably elaborate on that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. So
Yeah, go ahead, Noel.
we're blocking flow right now. What's the current situation is the website is still pointing to like a HTTPS address. So HTTPS is just like HTTP over secure. The purpose of that is basically verifying the website, like because the purpose of that is not allowing somebody to just spoof or basically reroute your address to something else without you knowing, and also just other security aspects of it. And I've been trying to just have it point directly to just an HTTP address and working on troubleshooting that situation. And in doing so, the site has been a little bit disconfigured or whatever. So just trying to understand the situation at that end where it's like either it's a DNS issue or it's an issue. I believe it's an issue with Heroku because at the current situation, when I try to go to the Heroku address for the application, it points to the same thing. It points to the same situation. So I think that's the source of the truth right now. So I'm just trying to work with the help staff at Heroku to figure out what is the ground zero, I guess, of the whole situation. I've been troubleshooting a lot. Um, so I've been getting somewhere, but it hasn't concluded.
ciao.
All right. Well, okay, so what about the other projects you've been working on?
So the majority of my time has been on Sensible because I've had to wear many hats. I've had to set up most of the projects. I've had to set up the workflow. So I've had to be sysadmin or assistant admin, an assistant sysadmin, also a DevOps. So what those jobs entail is for the system administrator, giving particular rights to particular people, whether it be developers or so forth and so on. What it's basically at a high level, what access does what particular person have? And a DevOps person, as a DevOps, I've had to set up the environments for all the applications and tools that we use. So um, we're very up on using Slack and using a lot of integrations within Slack. So I've had to set up like notifications for applications to know what's going on from a development standpoint. So, for example, we have GitHub, so we have notifications anytime anything happens within a project in GitHub. Also, have it set up to know if there's a problem with the application. So, the application's down, we get an alert. That's been the most recent thing I've integrated. Um, and then I'm just working on. I was doing all of this within Sensible Root, just making sure and testing out everything with the workflow within that project because we had so many people working in that one application at one time. So it was kind of a success, I would believe, where it the project itself didn't mess up, and there were checks and balances to make sure there wasn't an issue. And if there was an issue, I was notified of it, um, and that's from the DevOps standpoint. Software engineering standpoint, I've been pairing up with Lizzie, Snugs, or Rashawn, and Brian and Momo, some other people at the company on various aspects of various business related tasks, whether it was the marketing site or some other applications that are ongoing. And then besides that, I've been trying to find time for Sneaker Addict. Process within that has to be the styling and getting the podcast fully set up. And after that, I think Insta Contact, but I've already notified people of that. I have set up
Well,
something for Twitter, but I don't know if you guys want that.
let me just cut you off for a little second. So Kenny and I had a meeting yesterday, and basically he just like posted he just took hold of like the account and just posted up some pictures on there. I'm not sure if you peeped or not. I'm sure you'll have a little few surprises for you in terms of the shoes he put up there. Uh, but yeah, so he took hold of that.
Of course, he put up Chrome 6.
Yeah, we were like low key laughing about that. That was like the first shoe. He did it just to have a like good reaction out of you. But yeah, so we got that up. So what Rashawn was saying is like you can't have like integration through like Slack through like the Instagram, right? That's not going to go down, right?
No, here's the thing, and I think there's a reason for it. Instagram. All right, so from a standpoint of being able to work with Instagram, how they have it done is you can look, but you can't like edit or create something. So like you can't through Slack make a command and then add media because that's the purpose. You're adding a picture, so you can't do that through Instagram. Um, and that's interesting, but that's how they have their system set up from the standpoint of allowing other people to work on it. But maybe in the future, but Instagram has been like that for a while. I don't know if they're going to change their system to
Yeah.
allow us to do that. But I told Snugs this because I went through it and I've had experience, and I told him like, there's no way to create anything. We can only look. We cannot, you know, touch. I guess would be the word, or create. So that's where the standpoint is. We'll just be able to be like, hey, command, user, and then I think return maybe like a list of images. So that would be an idea.
Um, so I guess Evan had like pictures you wanted to post like out of his like personal collection. I mean, all we really need to do is just be putting up like we could have like stock pictures and whatever shoe we're feeling, or like whatever new drops are coming out, we just get the stock picture and put it up there. I mean, if you look in kick requests, like there's mad stuff we could be putting up there right now. Um, I guess we'll just have to do it the manual way. What about like having like Twitter post through like the Slack? Is that a possibility?
Oh yeah, that's I already set that up. The thing
You already
is,
set that out, okay?
yeah, I got that set up. Because I need, because I'm gonna need people's access to their individual Twitter accounts if that's what they want to do. Because all I would know right now is I'll get sneaky heads.
Yeah.
But if ever other people wanted to tweet on their handle or anything like that, I'll need them to set up. Like I need to do some configuration through their account as well.
I think like best thing to do is just do it just through the sneaky head, not through like the other accounts, which is like there's their personal accounts. I don't think that's a necessity.
I understand that. I was just trying to explain if that was an option if other
I
people
get
who
it.
wanted to, through the community, just put a post. Like they would be able to
Oh,
do
okay. I
that.
get it. Like so, like anybody in the community like decides to like they want to post something from their account. Okay, I get it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the idea of sensitivity. Like the only thing that's sensitive, but we would save it within Sneakyhead bot configurations and on Heroku. It's just they have to create an app on Twitter in their dev Twitter account, application, and then after that, like give me like the secret token and the secret key, and I can set that within like the setups and configurations. But as of right now, I did initial code to just have it set up from my account and test against that. So I believe like I sent a tweet out from there and it came back fine. Um, so my thought process is it's just going to be sneaky head.
Okay.
So I didn't think any. I mean, I'm not going to try to put that out there, but yeah, it's a possibility if other people wanted to add, say, hey, can I tweet from my account as well? I mean, I don't want to do that, but it's an option.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you just throw that out there. People just talk to them about it, see how they feel. If they want to do that, then let's go and do it. Um, yeah. So like whatever like we can do, just like have the Slack or whatever like a certain channel for like yeah Twitter whatever Twitter channel. Just you just post something up in there, and then it just goes directly to the Twitter. That'd be cool already though, without having like, is that like does that make sense? Just having like
Yeah, of course, you could tweet directly from Twitter. I mean, directly from Slack, and I believe you can actually retrieve tweets as well. So that shouldn't be an issue. It's a whole lot easier because of the idea. I don't know if there's a setup. through what I'm using to like tweet an image, but it's easier because you're tweeting text, so they allow you to like do that, post the text. But I have to look again to see if they allow it, like through the configuration with what I'm using, if it would allow you to send an image. But as of right now, I'll probably see if I could work on that later today. Um, with, along with setting up the Instagram integration as well.
All right, yeah, definitely. So where we at on the website though?
Bruh,
Yes.
I'll give you my opinion on that offline, as I've done with Rashawn.
Okay.
But as of now, I don't know who's particularly, because I'm just like the host master or the DevOps dude or sysadmin for it. I'm just trying to put it up. I'm going to be pairing with Katie to get a little familiar with WordPress.
All
But the
right.
idea is we're trying to pwn it or set it up with the domain hosting site, and WordPress has this particular setup, and we don't really want to put it up right now because we've been getting a lot of it's not, or it's just not, it doesn't look right. That's basically
Well,
the
yeah,
idea.
I got that part from like Borzu and Chris, right? I got
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh
it
yeah, oh
wasn't.
yeah. I got that too. I got that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, we all got that. All right.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
is that like I mean we want to keep working on it so it looks clean and we just don't want to have like obviously like grammatical errors on
Hmm.
the site as well. Like so what I'm trying to do is getting like Cisco, which is like he edits you know who Cisco is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he edits Sneaker Shouts post. Um, so like maybe have him come and just like help out, like give a hand, and yeah,
Well, I mean, I don't know who was initially working on the blog itself, um,
I
because
mean,
that's the whole idea that it
yeah,
needed we needed it to look more production ready. So as of right now, I don't know who's supposed to be working on it. If I'm because I haven't been told that's my priority. I have too many things right now on my hat. Give me
I
like
totally,
another month.
yeah,
So
yeah,
all I can do is basically do domain stuff, or like the DevOps stuff. I could do that, but I'm like I can't be all hands on designing it and all that stuff, or developing it as well.
maybe
Um,
we bring like who else do we have in develop? We put,
um, I was assuming I had the understanding that Tim and Katie were working on it or whatnot.
okay.
Because Katie was familiar with WordPress and Tim was designing it, so forth. But that's all I know. When I put it up, and let me be straight. I didn't think it was an idea to put it up, but I was seeing the website channel
Yeah.
on the idea of like, hey, where is it? Yada yada yada. Double check. So after some confirmation with Sean, I said, all right, fine, I will get this live. It got live. Um, there was, backlash or whatever you want to call it, and
Well,
my purpose.
I call it, oh, yeah, I call it like just opinions, or it could have been this criticism, but it could have been like more like, okay, you do it this way instead of just like, saying,
Well,
I
here's
feel,
here's
I totally get where they're going at, but it's just like, yeah,
this. It's not the idea that I don't understand what they're trying to say. It was just the idea of maybe communication issue about what was the idea or was the premise of actually putting it up. I didn't think the idea of putting it up was to basically say, all right, we're done and we're going to start from here.
uh-huh,
My premise possibly was to just get feedback, see how everybody feels or
yeah,
sees the site at that point, and then have a consensus decision to say, all right, let's take this down right now. We have feedback on how it looks, but I guess the communication of it was a little just understood wrong. Some people may have taken it as thinking, oh, this is what we're doing, like this is what we feel Sneakyhead is right now. This is what we're gonna show to the world. So
Which I it was totally not like that at all. Which I guess some of it some didn't, but like I
no,
guess
understood, understood. It's just and that's usually the problem in a lot of cases. It's just communication. And maybe I can work on um uh making that a bit more clearer next time, and making sure people understand the purpose of certain things and actions. But yeah, that was fine. I took it down. I just wanted some feedback on what people felt. I may have not gotten a clear distinction, besides the fact that it doesn't look professional and so forth and so on.
that's
I
what
mean, I would have liked, I would
maybe
have liked,
more like describe what you want or what you need. You know?
yeah, more descriptive
Yeah.
information pertaining to the site, visually, um, functionally, and stuff like that. But because if that was the case, people didn't check that, the Twitter link went somewhere incorrect, or some of the links. So I kind of get that, because when I tested it out, I looked at it and I was like, okay, this needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. So forth and so on. So I kind of figured some people may have not gone more in depth than just looking at how it looks, or the post itself and reading it. So I would have looked. I would have probably wanted some of that just to know where to go from there. But it's fine. I appreciate that as well. But I'm not the one that is working on it or getting the understanding of working on it, besides getting it up live. So I think we just need to get that situated.
All right. Well, I mean, well, when Snugs, has time and gets on the dev calls, we'll just go over it with them. Yeah, just like if we could just like one thing, just like keep updating some of the channels, like that would help me out a lot. I mean, just maybe throwing in a word there where we're at. I know, like right now, it's kind of just like just keep people in the know, pretty much, because like some of the channels sometimes, like they kind of be very.
Um, I mean, I'll try to see if I can think of
It's not.
something. Lizzie, if you have an idea, like, it helps as well. You don't have to keep yourself muted here. Um,
I'm just listening in because I've been kind of, I didn't know what even the latest status was of it. So I'm just kind of actually getting a grasp on where everything's at with it.
all right, continue eating popcorn. So I'm not trying to say there's some type of integration for this, because it has to deal with people legitimately and conscientiously just saying, hey, this is what we're doing at this point every week or so, I believe. Um, and understanding we're human, so we might not do it consistently, but we will try to be as consistent as possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
All right, so on to next business. So what else? Like, come on,
Uh,
COO.
what else? What else? Well, I mean, that was pretty much like all this like projects that we're working on right now. Um, yeah, so like if Snugs were here, we'd probably like have a little like more, maybe like some other stuff maybe going on.
He's been working on, and I'm kind of mad that he did this on the low key, because I've been trying to hit him up on. I think Robert started with the idea of using a framework to test, so he's been just doing that for the Sneakyhead API. Just trying to add tests for the profile, because that's another the project with the profile is allowing people to make requests within Slack as well, which that's another integration or just another service I've been trying to work on. So we've been trying to test. We've been trying to get together and work on that to see if we can get that functioning correctly. So that is another project that we're doing, trying to implement successfully, where people can talk to Sneaky Bot and just make a request. And I mean, possibly remove the idea of the request channel, but we're trying to make that a little bit more
Yeah, that's what
more
that was
reality.
uh, MIA is basically just having that like just everybody's info right away when you get in. So like whatever shoe size, name, address, all that good stuff, and just that way I myself whenever there's a big drop and it's just like, oh, gather all this information in like 5 hours, and there's like what like 44 people in the sneaky head right now, and
Yeah, yeah. So it'd be really good if we could, dynamically and um, automate that whole situation where you don't have to do it, and all you have to see is possibly like a spreadsheet formatted list of people and the requests. Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
have a spreadsheet. That's one thing that I do have, but like sometimes you have to update it, or you know it has to. Sometimes it changes, and like that one night I can't keep everybody's cards and stuff. Like I can't just store people's cards and all that good stuff. Maybe just have like a way to keep that stuff without having it, or what, making it more secure.
Making it more secure. Well, I think the credit card information, I'll leave Sean with talking about that information. But I would assume it's possible to try to uh, add or create a spreadsheet and have a list of the names and the particular shoes
Okay.
and possibly the sizes for the requests that are coming in. So these are just thoughts. Just thoughts. He's not here. You'll possibly be watching this later. But that is a guess.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So yes. So we went through like most, like everything. Like what else? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for the time being. So what did we learn? Like what do we want to get better on? Like I'll let you guys go first.
Um, I guess I just kind of want to make sure that we stay updated because, like, we used to be. I
Yeah.
mean, I know everything else got really, like, a lot of very time consuming, but I just think, like, trying to keep up with, every 2 weeks having even like a half-hour meeting or something, and uh, and then also like even just with like the website and stuff like that, because I want to make sure that if there's something I can help out with, I know about it to help out with it, or at least just know like, okay, someone doesn't need my help with it, that's fine. Like just keep moving on and make sure that you know what I mean, like that because I just feel like after talking with Borzu like months ago about the website, once it, we, I know that's all up in the air, but I just kind of feel like I'm kind of lost on what's going on with Sneakyhead lately.
Oh, that's the and I totally feel you on that. And like we're making sure that we'll have a dev call like every 2 weeks, no slacking, and just like no missing them either. Um, yeah, this past month or so, month and a half or so, we haven't been actually. It's been a while since we had one of the dev calls.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So yeah, we'll definitely just have these every 2 weeks for sure now. And yeah, like if it's not just me, just like maybe just update like the channels, because like I do go into and see what's going on. Like I would like from like everyone to actually take like initiative and just be like, okay, this is where we're at, without having like somebody else come through and ask. which,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, like, so for like the dev chats and stuff like that, is that something that since like Tim and Katie are working on the website, is that something that they would also be in on, or
Yeah,
is that,
that's definitely somewhere they could come in and one of these
yeah.
shows, yeah.
Well, I haven't spoken to. Well, I'm going to speak to Katie. I don't think she's still on that project. I would have to ask. Tim, like it's not ongoing. I don't think they got the understanding that this is continuous because I haven't seen any movement on the website itself. So I have to respond or get back in touch with them to see where they're at with it.
Yeah, I think as long as like, you know what I mean, as long as we have an idea, and then if they are active at the time of our call, like, make sure that they're informed to jump in on the call so we can get an update on that. Or, but if it's on and off, like just shoot them in something the week of
Yeah.
and be like, hey, you know if they're working on it or not, and then say we're gonna have a chat and jump in, and don't jump in the next time or whatever.
Oh yeah, or just, like posting the channels. You can always leave a message like, okay, so this is where we're at here. Just posting in the dev. We used to do that a lot too.
Mhm.
Of updating the dev for the most part, and that's probably where you could update most of like whatever we're working on. Um,
Yeah, I think it's just mostly communication because I know like everyone always gets busy and it's kind of hard to schedule, but I think we just need to get back on track again. And I
yeah,
think that'll really help answer a lot of people's questions.
yeah, and we definitely are. Yeah. So, what do you, Noel? What about you?
Um, well, I like to get better at being more consistent on all projects and making time for them. Because I do have a couple, and so I want to get better at that aspect. What I want to keep the same is my effort. So, um, my effort on like particular projects have like or the ones that I've been prioritizing have been good. I just want to keep that the same. And what I can do less of is um, um, possibly less of troubleshooting something where I'm not getting any progress. If it's taking too long to do something, I need to like move on or hand that off to someone else that can maybe or have different eyes on it to see what they think can be done. So that's my opinion.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And for myself, is just making sure that everybody's constantly staying informed and everybody's like doing like they're heading in the right direction and there's no blockers for anybody. And like nobody's confused on anything. So making sure that all you guys are just constantly up to date and like having the meetings at the right time, making sure everybody's on the calls. I know sometimes it's hard to get on these. I mean, it's not that difficult. We don't have to have a call for like 2 hours. It could just be 30 minutes. Yeah, just making sure you guys are staying informed. Things are just going smoothly. Also, making sure that projects are being done on time and in a timely manner. That we just don't linger on things. We don't want to stay stagnant on anything. We just want to be moving at a steady pace. And yeah, let's just so if we do one project, so we could get on to the next one. Just don't have to be stuck on something. That's mine pretty much. Um, so what else? We're good now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good combination. We can end on that.
All right. Yeah, so definitely we'll have another one with Snugs. He's been on his West Coast trip. Yeah, just living it up. All right. Well, I mean, I appreciate you guys being on the call with me though.
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely want to keep
Yeah,
up with
just
it. So,
do what we said and just keep moving forward.
Cool, man. Of
Cool.
course. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Cool. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
There you go.